Welcome to the Healthy Living Revolution Live. My name is Jennifer Myers. The Healthy Living Revolution is a group of people who are taking healthy back, and we're offering this series to offer some simple solutions and simple education. Our speaker for this episode is Dr. Kim Dalzell. Dr. Dalzell is a PhD registered dietitian who has been a passionate advocate for cancer patients for nearly 3 decades. She received her nutrition degrees from Arizona State University and Texas Tech University. With advanced degrees as a clinical oncology dietitian and in holistic nutrition, she provides that critical connection between conventional and natural nutritional therapies for cancer patients. She's an international speaker and author on cancer and nutrition and has been featured extensively on television and in radio. Kim wrote the first foreword for the very first book on breast cancer and nutrition in Japan and was selected to work with medical residents for the first government grant-funded program for integrative medicine in Illinois. Kim volunteers her time to women's organizations by providing inspirational programs and serves as a mentor for young dietitians. She lives in Colorado Springs with her husband, Mark, and they have a very, very active lifestyle. Together, they've raised 2 young adults who are both pursuing careers in the medical field as well. She's an avid adventurer. She's a hiker. She's backpacked in the Andes, the Pyrenees, the Rockies, the Swiss Alps, and the Appalachian Trail. And she recently began a quest to run a half marathon in all 50 states. So we are so fortunate and just grateful to have you here. And I cannot wait to hear what you have to share about this very important topic.
Thank you, Jennifer. Patients often ask me, why did I get cancer? And there's just no easy answer to that. But what I do know is that we all have the potential for cancer to evolve through a developmental process of initiation, promotion, and progression. The process goes like this. If our genetic material inside our cells gets damaged, and if that damage isn't fixed, over time, more cancer cells develop that form a tumor that eventually gets detected. Now, we do have some built-in protection against this. Our body can take care of this DNA damage during the beginning initiation stage so that most damaged cells aren't sufficiently primed to turn cancerous anyway. And during the second stage of promotion, the damaged cells need to go through so many modifications, it can take up to 40 years to actually form cancer. We have evidence to suggest that we can reverse or block the development of cancer in these 2 stages by choosing smart lifestyle and dietary choices. So that's what I'm going to talk about. The role of diet in the prevention of cancer and chronic disease. I call certain dietary habits kitchen chemotherapy because some foods contain profound health promoters and cancer fighters. Here's an example. It's an apple. Lots of stuff in there. The flesh and outside skin contain macronutrients like carbohydrate and fiber. This is what gives us energy and helps our digestion. The apple also contains micronutrients like vitamin C and the mineral magnesium, good for fighting off colds and supporting bones, respectively. But there's even more. Hundreds of plant chemicals called phytonutrients are also found in an apple. And they aren't found in just an apple. You'll find phytonutrients inside of all plants. You won't find them in a burger, so don't bother to look. Now let's dig a little deeper to understand how these plant chemicals make it possible to control the evolution of cancer. By consistently eating a plant-based diet, you'll provide an ongoing stream of phytonutrients into your body so that your cells are being protected and nourished every day, all day long. But the secret is not with consistency. It's important also to get a variety of plants because you see, each color of plant contains specific plant chemicals that positively affect different tissues in the body. So to effectively control cancer or any disease, a variety of these plant nutrients is needed to influence all of the disease control pathways. Let me spend just a little time here giving you some cancer-specific examples. Cruciferous vegetables like kale and broccoli contain phytochemicals like indole 3 carbanols, sulforaphanes, and glucosinolates. Now, indole-3 carbanols can convert the female hormone estradiol into a non-toxic form of estrogen. This could explain how leafy greens may prevent breast and other female cancers, which feed on estrogen. Here's a second example. Ellagic acid, the plant chemical found in all kinds of berries. It protects cells. Research shows that diets high in ellagic acid have the potential to reverse precancerous lesions of the GI tract. Imagine DNA repair by consuming raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Finally, carrots and tomatoes. They contain carotenoids. Now, these plant chemicals help white blood cells talk to one another. They work together through kind of like a telegraph system. And it makes it possible to communicate what kinds of support the body needs in order to fight off infection and invading pathogens. Speaking of powerful foods, soybeans top my list. Now, my breast cancer patients worry that they shouldn't eat soy, but I let them know I think that would be a mistake. And here's why. Soy contains genistein, a plant nutrient that structurally resembles estrogen. If the diet is lacking in soy, the cell is targeted by estrogen, and there is an activation of tissue growth, increasing cancer risk. But if the diet is rich in soy, genistein prevents the estrogen from binding to the receptor site by taking its place, decreasing activation of tissue growth and decreasing cancer risk. For active breast cancer, it's critical to block cell receptor sites from estrogen, and soy is your ticket to do that. The action of genistein is so powerful, it's been compared to tamoxifen, a medication used for the same purpose. The key is to make sure that genistein is delivered in the whole food form. So why is whole food form so important, and why are multivitamins not the answer when it comes to fighting cancer or other chronic diseases, or even prevention? After all, if genistein helps to block receptor sites, why not just take a genistein capsule? And if vitamin C supports the immune system, why not just take vitamin C? The use of dietary supplements is based on the concept that a given molecule has specific health benefits. So a higher dose of that isolated molecule will provide even greater benefits. But that's totally untrue. Once phytonutrients were discovered in the early 80s, we realized that whole food was a far more powerful and safer way to get all of our nutrition. What we've learned about fractionated synthetic vitamins is that imbalances in the body can occur and potentially cause harm. Handfuls of studies show that high levels of synthetic antioxidants can drive that cancer process. But studies on whole plants correlate to a decreased cancer risk. So think about it. Would you want to take a supplement that contained one or a handful of molecules picked out by somebody in a laboratory, or consume whole foods that contain thousands of molecules in perfect ratios that work together to create cellular health? And those of you going through active cancer treatment, you absolutely need whole foods, and plenty of them. I consider cancer treatment like a tsunami. Whole food nutrition is the palm tree you get to hold on to during the storm. Now, here's where I have to get really real. I've been a registered dietitian for over 25 years, and despite advanced education, tasty recipes, pantry makeovers, and the like, my patients and my family were not consistently eating the recommended 9 to 13 servings of produce daily, and neither was I. Here's the really sad news. The 2015 report commissioned by the Produce for Better Health Foundation revealed that overall consumption of plants declined by 7% over the past 5 years. That's right, we're eating less produce than ever before. Now, the study actually did exclude French fries and hash browns, so this is a more realistic view of exactly the fact that we're not getting enough fruits and vegetables and plants into our diet. While we don't eat enough of the very foods that can help us control cancer, we add insult to injury by consuming foods that are harmful to ourselves. Here are my top 10 foods to avoid: microwave popcorn, processed and grilled meats, salted fish, diet sodas, margarine, refined flour, and sugar products. Now, there's lots of reasons why for each one of these, but here's a taste for you. The Environmental Working Group found PCBs linked to cancer of the liver, gallbladder, and bile ducts at 16 times higher in farm-raised salmon than in wild-caught salmon. Eating diets high in sugar and processed fat increases your weight and has been linked to 10 different kinds of cancer. With all the environmental toxins, daily stressors, and a convenient but highly processed food supply, it's time to get real food in our bodies, don't you think? I feel fortunate that someone told me about Juice Plus. I had been looking for a solution for all those patients who I know desperately needed to consume more produce and just weren't able to do so. As a science-based and very skeptical clinician, I cross-referenced all of the Juice Plus research with the National Library of Medicine. It was all there. And Juice Plus is clean. It's been tested for pesticides, herbicides, and GMOs. And whether or not somebody has cancer, we all have hearts, blood vessels, skin, gums, immune systems. You get the idea. Research on Juice Plus showed cardiovascular benefit, anti-inflammatory benefit, immune modulating benefit, just to name a few. In fact, over 30 scientific studies have been published and more are coming. Let me tell you briefly about a study conducted at the MD Anderson Cancer Center with ovarian cancer survivors. There were two groups in the study. Group 1 consumed 10 servings of produce per day. I think about the long-term compliance of that, and I'm just not sure how that would actually work out. But anyway, Group 2 consumed 5 servings of produce per day. That's a little bit more manageable. And they supplemented with a Juice Plus Orchard and Garden Blend capsule and the Juice Plus Complete Water Wash Tofu Soy-Based Shake. The researchers found that consuming the Juice Plus products and 5 servings of plants per day had similar health benefits to individuals consuming 10 servings per day. Those individuals in the group 2 also had higher protein status and no negative side effects from consuming the soy or the Juice Plus capsules. With 40% of cancer patients dying from malnutrition and not their cancer, I see Juice Plus and Complete as a powerful way to support critical protein status as well. Without protein, we simply don't rebuild healthy cells. Recently, the Juice Plus company developed a vegan omega fat blend capsule. They encapsulated oils from 6 plants, including algae. So we're taking the fish out, but keeping the fish food in. And that's a way to provide a purer, more sustainable source of omegas. The capsule is made from tapioca, so vegans finally have a 100% plant-based omega product. And it supports a wide array of health benefits to the heart, brain, joint, skin, and eyes. But omegas have their place in the field of cancer too. A Cohort study following 3,000 women with early-stage breast cancer over 7 years revealed that higher dietary intakes of EPA and DHA, those omega-3 fatty acids, were associated with a 25% reduction in breast cancer recurrence and overall improved mortality. I believe that everyone should add omegas into their foundational nutrition program. For 25 years, I have worked with cancer patients who have been told to get their affairs in order. They were given 3 to 6 months to live. I got into the field of nutrition because I thought I could really make a difference. And I have to say honestly that the Juice Plus products have made it much easier for me to help my patients, my own family, and myself. And the results I've seen have me recommending Juice Plus to everyone. Because of the Juice Plus product line, I had an inexpensive, science-based, and effective way to help my patients and loved ones change the course of their health. And I want to encourage you to unlock your healthy cell potential with whole food nutrition and Juice Plus, because it's never too late to create a healthy revolution inside your cells. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ann Smithson. I'm a wife, a mom of 2 boys, and a family practice physician in Raleigh, North Carolina. I never really thought that I'd have any major health concerns. I'm a doctor. We're supposed to know how to take care of ourselves, right? But that all changed 10 and a half years ago when my life turned completely upside down in an instant with one phone call. It was a surgeon calling to tell me that I had breast cancer, and I was completely blindsided. I had just had a normal mammogram, and I didn't even have a distant relative who'd ever had breast cancer. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was so terrified. My older son had just gone off to college out of state, and my younger son was still in high school. And I wondered, am I going to see them graduate, get married? Will I ever get to hold and cuddle with my future grandchildren? So when that shock wore off, I went into research mode. I knew that something was happening in my body that allowed cancer to develop, and I needed to make some changes as soon as possible to beat it. My husband's a physician as well, and we read everything we could get our hands on. We went to medical conferences all over the country. A lot of them were about lifestyle, and we were really surprised to hear how important nutrition was, that fruits and vegetables could actually help to prevent cancer and other chronic diseases. They sure did not teach us that in medical school. So I made some pretty big changes to my diet. I also started juicing every day. I started blending green smoothies every day. And so I was getting a ton of produce, but it was so expensive and time consuming and incredibly messy. So thankfully, a registered dietitian told me about Juice Plus about 4 years later. And I looked at the research and I was impressed. I had learned that fruits and vegetables were powerful medicine in fighting cancer and all sorts of diseases. And I knew that there was no way I could get that wide of a variety on my own. So I decided to get started, and my real hope was just that it would help keep my cancer away. I was already eating so well, and I wasn't really expecting to feel any better, but boy, was I surprised. More energy to work out, better muscle recovery, less soreness after exercising. And that meant that I could work out consistently every single day. And we know that regular exercise and maintaining a healthy body weight is so important for the prevention of cancer and for survival. My joint pain that I had as a result of my cancer treatment, it completely went away. I no longer had that daily reminder of that awful diagnosis. And I know so many people stop medications and potentially life-saving treatments because of the side effects that they feel. And wouldn't it be so awesome if something so simple as fruits and vegetables and berries in a capsule could lessen those side effects and keep people on their treatments and improve their quality of life and benefit every cell in their body? When I added the complete shakes, I lost all my sugar cravings. Who doesn't want that? And that's especially important for somebody who's been diagnosed with cancer. So I want to talk about complete and all those myths that are swirling around out there about soy causing breast cancer. There is really clear and compelling evidence that consuming clean, minimally processed, non-GMO soy actually lowers the chances of breast cancer coming back. I just got back from the International Conference on Nutrition and Medicine, and I heard that research presented again. It's very clear. So I love that something as delicious as a complete shake can actually help me stay cancer-free. And one other thing that is really important to consider, when somebody hears that they have cancer, it is so scary. But when people are finished with their treatment, it can be even scarier, because all you can do is wait and hope and pray that you never hear those words again. So eating Juice Plus gives me some peace of mind. It's not a guarantee, but it is such a good feeling knowing that I'm getting 46 different cancer-fighting plants every single day. We all should want that. So I need to give you a little update. Last month, I had my 10-and-a-half-year checkup with my oncologist, and he said, I'm one of the healthiest patients he's ever seen. He loved my blood work. He's a Juice Plus customer. Both of my boys have graduated from college. My older son just celebrated his 6-year anniversary. He's also graduated from grad school. And I am going to be a grandma. In November, I will have the opportunity to cuddle that grandchild I've been dreaming about. Thank you.